Hi folks, welcome to Freestyle Vapes, welcome to the channel. Today I have a review for a device I picked up yesterday on my visit to Exceptional Vapes in Hennet in Derbyshire. Carl Fairbrother and the gang there. Great stuff, very hospitable. Had a cup of coffees, built some coils. I needed to build my RTA while I was there. They've got a couple of build stations around, really nice shop. They've got an inbuilt lab. That they make their own liquids and stock their own shop with. They do sell all the brands as well. Really good shop too if you're in and around the Derbyshire area to go and visit. Came back with the Asmodus Minikin V3 and also the Doom RTA. So I've got the Doom coming up in a review later this week. I'm going to do the Minikin V3 now, and I love the device. I love Asmodus devices. I'm going to go down and show you. We will go down and I'll show you the workings of the device. Now, just a few things before we go down. The V3, they also do a V3S, which has a carbon fibre sticker aesthetically on the side here. And it also has a raised lip around on the top here, but it also comes in kit form with a Viento sub tank. Now, when the A-Mighty came with that, it was only available in the US because they couldn't get TPD compliancy on the Viento tank because of they haven't designed a way to make it TPD compliant. So whether the 3S will become available in the UK as a standalone mod, I don't know. You might be able to get it from China yourselves, but personally the V3S and the V3 very similar. The only difference is, like I say, aesthetically it's got a carbon fibre sticker on the side and also a fingerprint sensor on the front, and it has a plastic button rather than a stainless steel button. Obviously the plastic button's to do with the fingerprint sensor, but from what I've looked at, the fingerprint sensor isn't all that great, if I'm being honest, and just a bit of a gimmick. The V3 would be the one to go for, especially if you want to put anything bigger than a 28mm on the top, because anything bigger than a 28mm won't fit on the V3S because of the hump it's got on the top here. So what is the Minikin V3? It's a 200 watt device, uses dual 18650s. It fires from 5 watts to 200 watts. It does temperature control to temperature control modes, curves, TCR, TFR. It's upgradable firmware on it. It outputs at 8.4 volts, has a maximum output current of 35 amps, and etc, etc, and also has a touchscreen. If you're familiar with the Asmodus line of products, from the Minikin V1 through to the 2, the Lustro, the V3, they're all great devices. I've never had a problem with any of them. I'm using the Doom RTA on here at the moment. Heads up on the Doom, fucking fantastic, honestly. Absolutely stonking bit of kit. I just love the way that Asmodus chips output their voltage. It's just they're just really good devices. So without further ado, let's go down to the table and I'll try and show you the mod. Might be doing a little messing around with this with the camera, because it never picks up these screens very well. But we'll try. Let's go down to the table, guys. So here's the Asmodus Minikin 3 box that it comes in. Batch number and your authenticity at the bottom with QR code. Minikin 3 on the side. Asmodus logo, Asmodus. And then on the back, you can pause if you want. Have a look at the specs. Uses the GX200 UTC chip, two 18650s, 5 to 200 watts, temperature control mode 5 to 120 watts. That means that in temperature control mode your preheat can only be is maxed out at 120 watts, so instead of 200. 0.1 to 3 ohms, acceptable atomizer ranges, all your curves, TCR, TFR, curve modes, puff counter, upgradable firmware, vibration functionality. It has a vibration unit in it. Supports motion sensor detector. What that means is it's got like a gyroscope in it, so every time you pick it up, if you can switch this function on and off. It can change the colour for you, or you can shake it 3 times to change the colour, and then that's it. And then all your voltages and stuff underneath. So that's the box it comes with. Also inside it comes with a USB-C type cable. I don't need to show you that. That comes in the mod itself. So this is the mod. Really nice design. I love it. It has, if you see here, it's like a curve for your, I believe it to be a thumb firer, either in your right or your left hand. I find it nice and comfortable with this curve here in my left hand, but it's also as comfortable in the right, but not as comfortable as using it in your left hand. 510 on top, stainless steel 510. 30mm atomizers are a no-go if you've got OCD like myself, as it overhangs at the front, not so much at the side, but at the front it does. So 28's your max on this. Let me just take a vape. I need a vape. So yeah, 28's a max. Stainless steel fire button, main screen, touch screen, and USB Type-C input. On the bottom you'll see a battery door and also 3-pin connector. Now this is for my upcoming charge stand / base. It comes with you can buy separately the charge stand base that you just stick your mod on, and it'll charge your batteries up whilst it's standing there, whilst it's standing on its own. Embossed Asmodus logo on the back. I do love the feel of this mod, really nice. Battery door, really solid. As you can see inside there, it has a positive and negative inside at the base, white background, red and blue markings, and then let's just turn autofocus off. A and B on the markings on here, silver plated contact. It also has markings on the front here, positive and negative, but you can't see it with being black on black. Really hard to make out. So we'll put the batteries back in. So that's positive, negative. I've got some. These have got exceptional Vapesies battery wraps on. They are brand new 30Qs. Samsung 30Qs. I use Samsung 30Qs in all my regulated devices. So you push down and then push in, and then it locks in solid. No rattles anywhere with this. So it's 5 clicks to turn on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll say manage batteries, and then there's a yes and no. So yes. I'll try and get this as clear as I can for you guys. Let's do the focus. Like I say, these screens don't pick up very well. I've turned the brightness down on them. So at the top here we have power. Come on, let's just do a little bit more. So I'm just trying to get it to thingy more focus for you guys. So at the top we have power. We have the 2 battery symbols, wattage, voltage, ohms, seconds timer for your vape, and the puff counter. Then we have this at the bottom here where it says N. That changes, you can change it through normal, that means normal, standard and hard, or soft, normal and hard. That's your ramp up. Then that's to say that your vibration is on, and then that's the lock symbol to say that the screen is locked out, the touch screen. To unlock it, we slide down, and then you can see the symbol's gone to unlock now. And then to change the wattage, we tap in the middle, then we can tap up and down. So go all the way up to 200. It doesn't round robin, so you have to go back down. Just go back down. There you go, tip it on each side, it's easier. So we'll scroll back down all the way to 5 watts. There we are. Oh. And then back up again. That'll do. Then click the 5 button to access it. So what else do we have? We have, like I say, if you look at the bottom where that N is, if we swipe up, hard, soft, you can go up or down to change. That is your ramp up. So I've just got it on normal, and you lock it in. As soon as you press the 5 button, the screen locks, as you can see, and then it needs to, every time you touch the screen, so if you hold it like that, you'll see that the swipe arrow come up, but you need to swipe it fully all the way down to unlock the screen. So we swipe down, as you can see, it unlocks. So press 5 button and it locks up. 1, 2, 3 locks the system totally, so you can't fire it at all. 1, 2, 3 unlocks it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can't see these symbols, but that is a red. You can just about see it there. I'll show it on that angle. So you scroll across, and the next one is where you can reset the puffs. That's the green eco symbol, and then that one is the that's for the upgrade, as you can see. Press 5 button. That one is the version, so you got the version there, version 1 of the firmware. Scroll across. Now that's got like a TV on with colours on it. Now you can change the colours: red, orange, white, blue, green, purple. Scroll across again. This is the brightness. Like I say, I have it turned right the way down. That's at 0. To keep it at 0, I think, for the demonstration purposes. That's your unlock. This one, if you tap on this, you know where on the touch screen where it was slide, you can have it as slide, or you can have it as a click mode, so it's 3 clicks to access the wattage adjustment, etc. I have it on slide. I like it on slide. Access with the 5 button, accept with the 5 button. This is where you can reset the, where you can set the timer for standby, for the screen to go into standby. I have it at 20 seconds. And then this is your vibration on and off. And this is where you can switch the G sensor off. The G sensor is that if you vigorously shake the mod 3 times, it can change the colour for you, or it'll change it throughout the day as you use the device if you have that switched on. And then the next one here is where you can input a passcode. This is intermingled with, on the 3S, this is intermingled with the fingerprint sensor. So, but I don't use that anyway, so exit out of there. That's it. And then this way you can change your resistance for your ohms. You can dial it in So if it's if you know it's a 0.13 ohm coil and it comes up as 0.12, then you can dial it into the correct, and then that's it. And pretty simple, really. Let me see if I can shake it, change the colour. So yeah, it's on green now. Shake it again. It's on blue. Shake it again. It's on white. Shake it again. It's on orange. So every time you pick it up, it could come up with a different colour. That's on red. So just a novelty thing you can switch on. You can have that. You can switch it off, but it's a bit of a novelty, really. And that's it, guys. It's a pretty simple menu, in my opinion. The touchscreen works well. I've known reviewers have, moaned quite a lot about the touchscreen on the Asmodus device. I've never had a problem with it at all. The only problem I had was with the Lustro, when it was a motion sensor for waviness. But I never had that switched on anyway. I always used to do it by touch. I just think it's a great. The screen's well laid out. It's very bright. They're not too small. The figures are not too small on the screen. I just think it's a really good device. And when it's on as well, I didn't show you. If you scroll down to unlock it, if you scroll across, oops, you can go to temp, curve, TCR, TFR, and power back to power mode again, and lock it. And that's it, guys. So we'll go back up to the top. That is the Minikin V3. See you soon. Welcome back, people. Welcome back to the top. Right. I always find it difficult. These screens don't show up on I use a Logitech 920C, and it doesn't show up very well on the camera. They never have done very well, so I have trouble showing it you. But like I say, I've got the Doom RTA on here at the moment. It's not 70 watts either. Let's just change that. I've been messing with it, haven't I? So let's go down to 60 watts for this mesh. It's in here. Oh, I'm in TFR. Hold on a second. Back to power. There we go. That's it. Beautiful. I love the device, if I'm being honest. Has a nice weight to it. Not too big for a dual 18650. Some people would think that the shape's a bit weird. I think it's great. The little curve here, curvature to the back end of the mod in the left hand makes it a nice, easy thumb fire. I just think it's beautiful. Really good. I think these are priced roughly around the 65 quid mark in most places. Asmodus I know Asmodus products in the past have had like a little bit of a price fix for vendors to buy them from. When they buy them, they all have to stick to the same price, which is pretty good in my opinion. There's no but you know, I don't think some places will do discounts, some places won't. But yeah, they're around about 65 quid. I paid 64.99 for this. And money well spent in my opinion for an Asmodus device. Like I say, I've never had any problems with Asmodus in the past. It's still on version 1 firmware. They will, if they need to, they'll put a firmware version change out if they need to. I've not seen any bugs on here with regards to the touchscreen or anything like that. I know the fingerprint sensor on the 3S is a very hit and miss, but you're not going to expect Samsung or iPhone fingerprint sensor quality on a mod of 100 quid. I think it's £100 the 3S is, because it comes as a kit. But that's the Minikin V3, guys. Like I say, really good. Would I don't mark things out of 10, but if I did, I'd give it a 9. I think it loses a mark for not being able to fit a 30mm atomizer on top without the overhang. Apart from that, everything else is pucker. And with this Doom RTA, which I've got a review coming up for you next, it's just fantastic. The really good combo. Let's share it you with another device on. You know, this is with the Kyling on. Gate screw on. There you go. That's with the Kyling on. No overhang. Kyling V3 that is. But yeah, really good device. Really good. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you in my next review. Cheers!